Hi, good morning. Yes, so a lot calmer today, better than I was yesterday. And you will get days where 1 minute you're feeling great, next minute you just want to cry, and that's okay. I mean, for one, there's a disrupt in hormones, but for two, you're going through such a challenging time, and you've got to give yourself that peace and just forgive yourself, you know, be kind to yourself. So today, I went out for a jog today. I don't go very fast because I don't want to put my body into too much stress, but I'll explain about that another day. And today I was wondering why I was getting so, how am I feeling? Discombobulated and anxious about something, but I couldn't quite understand what. So when I was out running, it came to me, and I worked out that I was feeling inner conflicted. And when I feel like that, I then want to eat rubbish because I'm self-sabotaging, and I feel my jaw really tight. I had a stress headache yesterday. So I was thinking, well, what is making me feel like this? So I just said yesterday, stop. And what that's called is a pattern interrupt. And we call that in NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Program, a pattern interrupt, where you understand there's something happening and you've just got to interrupt that pattern of behaviour or that pattern of thought. So I just said last night, stop, stop, stop. You're over-analysing a lot of things. And I am the producer of my own life. I run my own life. Nothing else does. I always have choices. And what we've got are these things called ego states, or some call them parts. And what they are, they're little parts that make up our personality, who we are. And majority of them sit in our unconscious mind. Or you could be acting one out at the time, but they could be vying for attention or priority. And what happens then, if two things are trying to vie for priority and attention, you get that creation of an inner conflict. And so your mind starts wondering what it is you're doing. So when I said to myself IVF was priority, I was also working on a business project, and suddenly, because I'm not fully active in the IVF side, for the rest of the time I was doing the business side, which was slowly taking over the IVF part of me. So I hope I'm not confusing you too much here. I'll sort of explain now. My particular parts, which sounds a bit strange right now, I have a work part, currently the IVF part, I have a family part, fun part, albeit that's not quite happening at the moment, and a serious part, along with many other parts as well. But these are the ones that really sort of come to my mind today, and you've really got to ask your subconscious what sort of parts are at play at the moment. So I drew this out this morning. So at the moment, these are all my parts, and at present, or they should be, where are we at? Family part, that should always come first for me. Second should be IVF, because that is just important. Third should be work, fourth should be fun, and fifth should be serious. And that's the way it should be. However, if we switch over to this side here, it's actually working out that work is the part that is wanting everything at the moment. Then there's the family part, and IVF is coming third. And then I'm taking things far too seriously and not having the fun. So that's why I want to take the IVF, I want that to be number one at the moment, or sorry, number two, because my family is always number one. I want that to be number one at the moment. But all I'm doing is I've got myself in a routine and it's just happening. And with the business side, the work part, I'm constantly thinking about it. So that's starting to take over. So how I'm going to deal with this, and it's how, you know, you could deal with it in different ways, but I'll sort of explain a couple of ways. So whilst I was running, I thought, right, work, what can I do to create less work? It's like when you're, you know, if you've got a full-time job, what is it you can do to minimise your stress levels at work and minimise that taking over your life? There's many ways you could do, and this is where you can also ask, do I tell my boss about what I'm going through or not? Do I tell my work colleagues? That's up to you. I used to tell them, which this could be another sort of story, I used to tell them purely just to really help me out, and everyone was really supportive, and I was quite lucky that way. But it's my own business. I can run it however I want and not put pressure on myself. So it's entirely up to you. So I recognise this today, and that's fine. And at some point I will close my eyes and I will thank that work part for doing what it's doing. It's helping me to get forward in my life, get forward in my career. And I don't want that part to go away. I don't want it to just go and that's it, because it will come back as something else. I want it to just sit back a little bit, be sort of number three. Can you please be number three for a moment? And then I'll ask the IVF part to come forward again. And I want to ask these parts if I can have some form of balance. And that's for me to create. I will create that balance. I will come up with a new timetable. I will come up with some boundaries and some rules surrounding my work and the IVF. But for one thing, enjoy what I have in life at the moment, and that's my family and my loved ones, my friends and my support. So you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you do, then you may be jeopardising what you really want. So think about what's priority. Have a good day. Bye.